Locating elements. Selenium locators. For many Selenium commands, a target is required. This target identifies an element in the content of the web application, and consists of the location strategy followed by the location in the format. Locator type equals to location. Locating by identifier. This is the most common method of locating elements, and is the catch-all default when no recognized locator type is used. In it, the first element with the ID attribute value matching the location will be used. If no element has a matching ID attribute, then the first element with a name attribute matching the location will be used. Locating by ID. This type of locator is more limited than the identifier locator type, but also more explicit. Use this when you know an element's ID attribute. Locating by name. The name locator type will locate the first element with a matching name attribute. If multiple elements have the same value for a name attribute, then you can use filters to further refine location strategy. The default filter type is value matching the value attribute. Locating by XPath. XPath is the language used for locating nodes in an XML document. XPath locators can also be used to specify elements via attributes other than ID and name, such as locating the third checkbox on the page. Absolute XPaths contain the location of all elements from the root HTML and as a result are likely to fail with only the slightest adjustment to the application. By finding a nearby element with an ID or name attribute, ideally a parent element, you can locate target element based on the relationship. Since only XPath locators start with // it is not necessary to include the XPath equals to label when specifying an XPath locator. Locating hyperlinks by link text. This is a simple method of locating a hyperlink in web page by using the text of the link. If two links with the same text are present, then the first match will be used. Locating by DOM. The document object model represents an HTML document and can be accessed using JavaScript. This location strategy takes JavaScript that evaluates to an element on the page, which can be simply the element's location using the hierarchical dotted notation. Since only DOM locators start with document, it is not necessary to include the DOM equals to label when specifying a DOM locator. Locating by CSS. Cascading Style Sheets or CSS is a language for describing the rendering of HTML and XML documents. CSS uses selectors for binding style properties to elements in the document. Most experienced Selenium users recommend CSS as their locating strategy of choice, as it's considerably faster than XPath and can find the most complicated objects in an intrinsic HTML document.